Alright, today's video lesson is Chapter 2, Lesson 3E. We're going to divide fractions. So the first thing I want to think about is dividing whole numbers. Back in 3rd grade, you would have learned that 12 divided by 6 is 2. And you might have reasoned it out thinking 6 plus 6, there's 2 6s. You might have thought of the multiplication problem 6 times 2, or you might have thought of a picture. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if I have 12 little dots, and I decide to put 6 in a group, and I put 6 in a group, how many different groups are there? There's 2 groups. 2 groups of 6. Now let's take that idea and do a whole number divided by a fraction. So if I did the adding problem, I would have a half plus a half, so far I'm up to 1, plus a half plus a half, now I'm up to 2, plus a half plus a half, now I'm up to 3. How many halves did it take? It took 6. If I do a multiplication problem, I'm looking for 1/2 times something that's going to equal 3. What could I put on the numerator so that when I multiply this out, I get a 3? That would be a 6. The picture could look like this. If I draw 3 things and I cut them in half, here's a half, here's a half. Keep going. How many halves are in 3? The answer is 6. There are 6 of these guys that fit into 3. Half, how many halves are in 3? The answer is 6. All right, let's see if we can think these through. How many halves are in 4? I kind of like this picture idea the best. That's what's sticking with me. If I had 4 circles and I cut them each in half, how many halves would there be? Well, there would be 8. If I had 2 circles and I cut them each into a third, how many pieces would I have? 6. If I had 5 circles and I cut each circle into thirds, how many pieces would I have? 15. If I had 7 circles, they were each cut into thirds, how many pieces would I have? 21. Are you starting to see a pattern? Can you tell a pattern between this denominator, this whole number, and the answer? Denominator, whole number, and answer. Denominator, whole number, answer. Yeah, it's really just multiplying, isn't it? We're really just multiplying these together. Okay, well, now that you know the secret, then you try these. 1/8 and 4, 1/6 and 5, 1/10 and 3, 1/9 and 2. Pause the video, write your answers down, see what you get. Here are your answers: 32, 30, 30, and 18. Now, most math books will write the division sideways, so they're not going to make it look like this with the house. They're going to use the dots instead. How many 8s fit into 4? How many 6s fit into 5? It's still the same questions. All right, let's see if we can notice any patterns. How many halves are going to fit in 11? 22. How many thirds are going to get fit in 4? That would be 12. How many fifths fit in 10? That would be 50. So are you noticing any patterns with these numbers? Yeah, it's really a multiply pattern. You try these questions now that I've given you the secret that really it's just multiply. 2 times 11, 3 times 4, 5 times 10. Try these, push pause, try them, and then push play again. See if you're right. All right, I got 24, 28, and 90. Is that what you got? All right, so you know that some division questions, the answer is a whole number. 4 can go into 12 evenly. A half can go into 3 evenly. But sometimes questions like this, they don't go in evenly. It's not just going to be a nice, pretty whole number at the top. So since our focus today is on fractions divided by fractions, we should have a procedure for figuring out the ones that don't go evenly. So the procedure looks like this. It's 3 steps. The first one is keep. The second one I left it blank because I'm not sure if you used a word in 5th grade. I don't know which word you used. I always use the word switch, keep, switch, flip. But some of the other students in other grades have been saying they heard keep, change, flip. So I can say either one, whatever makes sense to you. Keep, change, flip, keep, switch, flip. So we're going to keep 7/8, 7/8. Nothing is different there. Then I'm going to change the division to a multiply problem. So it's not division anymore, it's multiply. Then I'm going to flip the 1/2. So instead of 1 being on the top, 1's on the bottom. And so 2 on the bottom, 2's on the top. That flip, the actual word for flip is reciprocate. If you reciprocate something, you flip. You do the opposite. And in math, it means you change the fraction. The word for this noun is reciprocal. Reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2/1. Now I know this looks just like the questions we had been doing. I can cross cancel the 2 and the 8. Then I can multiply my numerators and I get 7. Multiply my denominators and I get 4. Oh shoot, it's improper, but that's okay. 4 goes into 7 once with 3 left over. So let's go back to our question. How many halves fit into 7/8? Almost 2 halves, but not quite. 1 3/4 halves fit into 7/8. I know that sounds crazy. All right, you try this one by yourself. 4/5 divided by 8/10. Keep, change, flip. Pause the video, see what you get. When I keep and I change and I flip, I get this math problem. Now I'm ready to cross cancel, simplify diagonally. My final answer was 1. Look at that, 1. All right, your Google Classroom questions. How many thirds fit into 4? And what are the 3 steps for dividing fractions? 3 steps for dividing fractions. Good luck.